So, hello everyone. I'm trying to see you all. I'm talking from the Feminine Wisdom Agriculture School. I'm very excited to be here. It's a very sort of windy day, and I'm very happy to see you all. It's going to be a sort of a meeting in which we will know a little bit more of each other. And that's what is really the most interesting part. So I will share with you my screen. And here, that's the presentation. So we are all in this together. This is our third workshop, and it's like an onboarding, participants, presentations, logistic, and QR. So if you have any question, this is going to be the time in which we will be answering question. But don't forget that if you have any question, you can always write us. You can write me or Luna or Francesca, and we can try to answer all of your doubts. I want to remind you that you have to, by now, have all uploaded your tickets in our drive. So if, I don't know, Luna is able to put the drive in the chat, I would be very grateful. And so you have all your tickets in each, there is a folder for each association so that we have all the tickets ready. And
Sorry, Sabrina. If you agree, I would prefer that group leaders, as already said, use this doc to upload the tickets of everyone.
okay, well then
Leaders
we
collect.
have
Yes, this
we
this folder is not open to everyone. It's not for a special reason, but just because we need to keep it very in order. And
Mhm.
so the group leaders should collect the tickets and all receipts from participants, and then the group leader will upload everything in the Google Drive folder.
Wonderful. So every group leader here, I mean, we have still, some doubts about the group leader in Poland, but the rest we all know who are the group leaders, and we will, for the Italy group, you can send it to me or to Francesca. For the other groups, you have Lena as Germany, and you have Sophia for Portugal. And for Spain, I don't remember. I think it's Jose. And now we have Poland. Probably for the time being, it's going to be Maria until we choose who is the group leader. But please buy your tickets so that we have them all in it by, in the next few days. So the program, it's going to be, well, we're already welcoming you. As usual, I'm going to light my candle and just set the intention. Then I'm going to ask each participants to present themselves. And so you have a couple of minutes, I wouldn't say 2 or 3 minutes. It depends. You can also have 1 minute. It's up to you. But it would be really nice that we know a little bit more about you as a participant. So we have asked you to also bring a couple of slides. If you don't have them, it doesn't matter. You can be yourself and present yourself anyway. But if you have some slides, we're very happy. And then I will show you the presentation of the program during which we will be in Magliano Sabina. And then I will also organize some breakout rooms in which each association will go into a breakout rooms, and you will start asking yourself and maybe meeting a little bit more closely. And there's a couple of questions that I will ask you to answer. There's going to be a circle of sharing. If you have any question on, about, any things regarding logistics, this is the time. And then there's going to be a checkout. I remind you that you have an info pack that has been sent. There is a press letter. You can also share with all your friends this. The more you share about this project, then the better. And you have the 3 websites in which we are uploading also and some of the materials. For now, it's just the info pack and the press letter. But as soon as we go into the real workshop, then we will upload pictures, films, and things about the whole workshop, the whole course. So you have the Dancing Goddess. If you need any bibliography, if you want to read a little bit more about matriarchal cultures, about all of the information that we gave you in the previous calls, please do, because also the events that you will create are going to be in somehow related to this matriarchal values and to this maternal gift economy values. That doesn't mean that you have to recreate the same things, but you have to get inspiration. So all of the events are going to be somehow linked to some of the information that we have given you. So let's go into lighting the candle. As usual, I have a little candle next to me. You just take a big breath and you just close your eyes if you want to or not. It depends how you feel about it. I would like you to, if you sit comfortably on your chair and maybe ground yourself, just feeling your feet on the ground, and take a deep breath. And we give thanks that we are here together. We give thanks for the opportunity to be together. This is such a wonderful experience that I am so excited to share with you. And I can't wait to be with you in Magliano Sabina. So we reclaim the feminine energy that is in all of you, the wisdom and the knowledge. And for all our relations, blessed be and blessed do. Take another deep breath and welcome into this session. And you will present yourself now. You will have time to tell us a little bit more about yourself, the association, and so I will stop sharing. And so I will just ask you to maybe start by I can see you in on the screen. So maybe what about well, I can say I can ask you who wants to start, and just raise your hand, and maybe afterward you just pass the ball.
Let me break the ice.
Brava, Barbara. Yes. So thank you,
Okay.
Barbara. Welcome.
Thank you. I will share my screen to show you some pictures. Let me see if it's easier than in... Okay. Blah, 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 blah. No, it was working fine before, and of course, now it's not. Let's see. Tell me if you see my screen or anything.
Yes, we can see it, Barbara.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Barbara. I'm Italian. So I will be participating in the group of Best Up. I am a former creative director in advertising. I've been working as a creative director and creative in general, copywriter first and creative director for 30 years in advertising, first for profit and then for non-profit organizations. I am now completely devoted to creativity for wellness and not for profit. I'm an activist, an artist, and I very much like being involved in socially engaged arts, different forms of arts. I'm also a community reader and I'm a prosody coach. What does it mean, community reader? It means that I love reading aloud for others and with others. So much so that I kind of specialize myself in this practice. And I also teach people, Italians and foreigners, prosody, which means diction, melody, and rhythm of the Italian language. And since the end of 2023, I'm also the founder and co-founder and president of a non-for-profit organization called Blue Shabaka. And I should say Shabaka, but I like it Shabaka. Shabaka is an Arabic word meaning net, basically. So since 2020, during pandemic, I started a project that is called Baci Sospesi. And Baci Sospesi is basically a shout that I felt in my body when we were witnessing the world in isolation and at the same time our country pushing back migrants and letting people die in the Mediterranean Sea, which is something that is ongoing, unfortunately. So I started this project, and it's a project basically about human connection. It's based on installations, physical installation like the one you're seeing in the picture, in public spaces, and they are meant for people to exchange thoughts and messages, and they are becoming places of happiness and places of sharing. And this project is very, very, very much connected with what we are going to do in Magliano Sabina, and I'm looking forward to speaking and to presenting the project and involving also some of you or all of you in the project if you want. The project is now becoming a research for humanity, a movement with its own manifesto. I have 3 installations, 2 in Italy and 1 in Portugal that you're seeing also in these pictures. I have a flag, and there's a documentary that is being made about the project. And this summer, the project will be in Berlin. But there will be time for me to talk about this in Magliano Sabina. And that's all for me now.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you very much. And you can just pass the ball to someone else. You're muted.
Sorry. Yes, I will pass the ball to Marta.
Hello? Do you hear me? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's a very good presentation. I don't do so huge. So what I can say about me, my name is Marta. I'm from Portugal. I grew up in a rural area. Now I live in a small town where it is easy to buy local products. Still, I feel I am so disconnected. I am from something that is part of me. I feel every day that disconnection, and I think it's because I need a community. I don't feel a community. Well, although I make practices to connect with nature, living in this modern society distances me from myself and my roots. I'm very grateful to be part of this group, and I feel that we are going to do something great, and we are going to inhabit spaces within ourselves that need to be lived. and I am here to learn too, and I hope I can be I don't know, a plus in this group. I hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marta. Thank you very much. And you pass the ball, okay? You say you tell who is going to be next.
Okay, it maybe Sophia.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I have a small presentation that is actually the presentation that I use to present myself in other projects. It's still opening because it's like something happening with my Acrobat. Okay, it's already open. I will share. Acrobat. Why is not? Okay, it's here. Okay. And so, are you seeing already an image? Okay.
Yes, very well. Thank you.
Thank you. So, my name is Sofia, and I'm from Portugal, and mainly I work with art and communication and exploration of the movement, not only with the body, like dancing, but also with artistic way of representing it. I also was always curious since I was a child about how I could express myself, and then actually, as I think, I was programmed to forget my body and to forget the way I needed to express. And but now I see that in a wisey way, I went on doing it first with arts and then with design. And I was always really activist in my design and with community being, working with communities and also working with co-creation till I needed really to go back really strongly to my body. And now I'm really working with this exploration of the body and the forest and the community and how we can, this is also works that I do. Sometimes I explore myself, or other times I do with people. And I like to create these spaces where we can really listen to our bodies. It's not about teaching anyone, because I believe that we are all wise. And part of me wants to go really deeper into the forest and into the sounds, to the music, and to this reality that I think is sometimes we forget that is just to touch this same vibration of the trees, of the animals, and of the heart. And once we do it, we start to represent what's in us, and we talk from the body and from the heart. So that's what I like to explore. Sometimes I organize retreats where I take people to explore through the bodies what it's aiming or what is calling for be talk or to be seen. I just hold containers. I'm not like, I don't feel myself like a guru. I feel like I just hold a container to be safe enough for people to work with their bodies, always with ritual. For me, it's like ritual and ceremonial space in everything that we do. Every time we go, as we are here, we are in a ceremony. So if we see everything as a ritual, as a ceremony, a way to go back to the body and to the community, that's what I like to experience, and it's like a research. I understand I am a researcher, and that's what I like to do. And in this project, that's also what I aim to bring, because I also have a project that is named Corpus, that the translation is bodies. And because I feel we have several bodies, but also we relate with all the bodies that we see and we don't see. We sense it, so how we can explore, dance, express, and be and live with the bodies. And I see the land and I see the spaces as this work in progress in between. So Portugal team is really connected with this embodiment, with listen to the traditions and listen to, but through the body, not through what we hear or what we read, but go and explore the spaces with the body and find these traditions that are already there, this shamanic way that used to connect communities. So it's the body unifying the community again. And that's me, more or less, sometimes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I think maybe you can pass to Karina, that is next to you.
Now she's here.
So hi, I'm Karina. I'm a mother, and when I start to work a few years ago, I start with social work. But then I was so tired and I stopped it, and I start to study myself, my nature, by nature, in nature. And I am and still now I'm studying like ancient or shamanic ceremonies, spaces, like the old history of our land, of Portugal. I'm also like study the sacred movement of the feminines, the feminines, like what women do on the past, how they relate nature, how they communicate with the outside world, outside of this body, and that is my job now. So I want to understand myself by understanding nature and the history that are hiding or are like in the rocks, in the trees, in the waters, in the rivers, and in the animals. And I'm very excited to all of us be together and change ideas and change projects and views, so I can be a better I can be inspired and then inspire women and men in my land, my neighbors, and maybe start a new way to be with people and to live better and with more connection and more love. This is my idea, my feeling. It's not an idea, it's a feeling. Yeah. And thank you.
Yeah. Okay, passas.
And I pass to Sergio.
Hello. Thank you for your beautiful presentation. It's been very inspiring listening to all your stories. So I'm Sergio. I'm from Italy, a small city called Matera. Very, very beautiful city nestled in the southern part of the country. Pretty close to the sea, so that's why I think I grew up with a love for nature, but especially around the sea and everything that is above and below the sea. And another thing that really interested me throughout my growing up has been also the rational thinking, logical, and understanding how the world works. So that taught me to get into scientific studies and then economics and management. And there I thought, well, maybe I understand a little bit how it works. Actually, I was halfway there. I thought, maybe I can do that. And then I started working and I started seeing a very big difference between the reality of what was saying in the books and the reality of life and start looking very closely to discrepancies that I could find there. And then I became quite interested in understanding how system could work to service something else. And initially that was through probably traveling, living abroad in different countries. And then I guess a certain point this kind of journey outwards transformed itself into a journey inwards. And I start finding more answer down there. I'm very interested in the Asian culture, so everything that goes from China, India, and all the Southeast Asia. So that is within my hobbies and sports like kung fu, yoga, stuff like that. But also very deep into spirituality, meditation, and so forth. So certain point, I decided to come back to my hometown and with this hope to be able to serve the system in a different way. And so try to shift from propping the old structure into trying to develop in new ways of relating to people and the meaning and the attention that we put in our everyday lives. So at the moment, I manage a co-working space there, a small co-working space there at home, and I'm involved in different activities, mainly to try to help shape, create spaces, big spaces of mass healing for the way people connect to each other and also our way of thinking. So our conditioning and all the stuff, which obviously the matriarchal way of thinking, the gift economy, they are in service of. And yeah, I'm very looking forward to meet you all in the beginning of May. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio. And to who do you pass the ball?
You're right. I'll pass the ball to Catherine. Thank you, Cynthia.
Oh, oh yeah. Hello?
Hello, we
Can
can
you
hear
can
you.
you can hear me? Okay. My name's Catherine Weberlek. I was born in a small village in Kenya, a very small village where we didn't have water, we didn't have electricity. So you can imagine. And after my studies, I studied hotel management or hospitality in Kenya, University of Nairobi. And then I worked a few years in Dubai, and then I got a green card. I went to America, and I met my husband, who is a German, and we stayed there. I worked as a nurse, and then we moved back to Germany because he had to come to his mother was old and sick. So we moved to Germany about 2015. Yeah, and from that time we have to start everything, running the new language and everything. That being said, from that time when I was in America, I met a girl who is my friend called Nyakeo. She had a home, shelter for women, abused women, because most countries like our culture in Africa, most women are being abused mentally, physically, and whatever you can. So I joined that. At that time, I'm a mother of two boys. My children were so small, so I could not participate as much as I wanted, but I kept in touch and I could help as much as I can. And about 3 years ago, me and my boys, we went to visit the shelter, and I am the representative of the shelter in Germany or in Europe. It's called Agazam Yamani. And then she was in Colombia with Sabina, and she was telling me how beautiful it was. And she told me this is something I should join because people like us, where I come from, women, we raise children together. We have this community kind of, and that's something I have always felt empty because we don't have that. Even I don't know my neighbor. And she told me that she was so excited how women, they work together, they live together, and every evening we could video call together. She was eating mangoes and she was saying, I can live here forever. And then she recommended me to join this program. And I'm so grateful that I was elected and I was welcomed, and I cannot wait to be there because for me, I feel like I had a calling. You feel something in you is calling you somewhere, but you don't know which direction to go because I could not know where to go because you want to do something, you want to help. All my career, I have been working with people, and you don't know where to go because if I never met you, I don't know this group of people who they want to go back and realize what we have been missing all along. And to tell you the truth, I feel blessed and I'm happy and I'm so excited to come and experience. I cannot wait to be there. And I thank everybody for whoever discovered or invented this program. I cannot thank you enough because it's like I feel as if I'm home. Thank you, and I give mic to Mr. Thomas Kent. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you. Hello, and sorry for being late. I prepared a little presentation, but just a few pictures. Should I screen share? Okay. Just a second now. So I'm Thomas. I'm from Italy. But as you may guess from my name, part family is Dutch. And after high school and a gap year, I went to study in the Netherlands, and I did something very boring. I was studying how the European Union works, all the institutions, the history. But at a certain point, I went with a group of friends. I don't think you can see actually my screen, right? Okay, now you do. I went with a group of friends. They were I was living in Maastricht in the south of the Netherlands, and not far away from that city, there is the largest open pit coal mine in Europe. It's 10 kilometers wide and 10 kilometers long. And yeah, I joined a couple of actions. It was the first time for me participating in some activist stuff. But for me, that moment was mind-blowing because I was already getting more curious and probably always been interested in how people participate, probably because I'm an introvert. So I was always maybe curious to understand, okay, how does someone participate in a social group? But that moment for me was mind-blowing because I could really see the difference, the impact of what few hundred, few thousands of people can do if they get well organized and face what's wrong in our world directly. I saw for the first time what decentralized organizing meant, what facilitation was, what decision making, collaborative decision making was. It was literally a flow of colorful people trying to occupy a huge black hole in the ground. And after that, I got back to Italy and met Sabina. It's been a few years, Sabia. We were at a conference at the parliament. Also, sounds boring, but it was amazing because I recognized the Extinction Rebellion symbol. It's an ecological movement for those who don't know. And Sabi said, "Okay, why don't you come? We're having a public presentation in Rome. I was just back, so yeah, I wanted to connect to new people. So I went, and there it all started, this journey where I started doing nonviolent direct action, learning about civil resistance, self-organizing, and I actually got super interested in how people organize, how can people decide together and work together without having bosses. And Extinction Rebellion is and was a decentralized, self-organized movement. So I started doing some trainings, workshops, delivering also, not just learning. I found this nice picture, Sabi, on the right, where we're delivering together. I don't even remember what it was, but we were in a beautiful park in Rome. And there, as an activist and getting interested in in self-organizing methods and practices, I started learning about sociocracy. Ooh. And I did the Sociocracy Academy and Sociocracy for All, and then started working in this organization. And I started drawing a lot of organizational structures. And the thing of sociocracy is all this circle structure. So these are a few I designed because it became my work. Um, I'm I still have to find a nice. I'm not sure I like it, but I think I can be called an organizational designer. And yeah. And a part of Sociocracy for All, I also joined a little group of people, and we are consultants, and we mainly operate in Italy. We do we do implementations and organizational transformations. That's the main thing. And yeah, this is really my work, but most of the stuff, I have the privilege to do something I really like for work. Although I've been struggling also at times because it's a niche, it's hard. I'm self-employed. There's a lot of things that are not nice of, trying to find a non-traditional pathway of working. But maybe something else of myself is that I live in the countryside, not too far from Rome, with my partner, who I met in during Extinction Rebellion stuff. And I have two dogs, and one of these dogs is Tufo, which here looks very nice, but most of the times it's more like this. It's a funny dude, very stubborn, and the other dog is a shepherd dog, so he's also very like they have their own attitudes at times, maybe too often. And that's really it. And I was late, so I didn't see all of you. So maybe I'll just try to see if Maria, did you speak already? You
No.
did. No, okay, good.
I love the picture of the dog. I'm going to share here. Can you see? I guess so.
Yes, yes, we can see. Thank you.
So I will speak a little bit about me as well. So I'm Maria. I'm from Venezuela, but I live in Portugal, and I've been here for 6 years now, more or less, moving a lot around. About my work, because I don't know, it's easier to say what I work than what I am and what I do. So in my work, it's more like I work as a project manager. I love creating projects and bringing ideas into life. So I used to work more into the digital space. But then I started naturally shifting to projects that were more near to my heart and got art in in their mix. So last year I started to collaborate in houses where people normally do artistic residencies. I started creating one myself and being more into the spectrum of how can we have a space to create and at the same time create a community around that and a community that can also share. And on that process of working, I also met Sabina and the GED, and that was another journey because that changed a lot on the things I started working. I have an association here in Portugal called Memorias Colectivas, which is actually it's a space where we think a lot about that, about what are the memories that live in our bodies, in the society we live in those stories. So we do many things, and it's fairly new, but we try to have these spaces that we can research, we can use art, we can create things together. I'm also building a little house in the center of Portugal as well with that idea, and started to bring permaculture as well. So that's going to be another story. I'm also, because of all that moment, I started researching a little bit more, and I started doing the matriarchal studies in Higher Academy. So I started now, which investigates a little bit the story of the past and present of matriarchal societies, because I got very interested in that after going to the GED and knowing a little bit more about that. And I think a good example of what I do now is I collaborated with the GED and with the trip that we did to Colombia, to Nashira, which is an eco-village that is a matriarchal eco-village, modern one. And we did a full year of preparation. We traveled to talk about the GED. We learned, and so I was talking about the GED without even having been in one. But when I was there, it was an amazing experience, and I think that also allowed me to see in real life what I was studying, what I was seeing, what I was reading, and being in this space with women, but also that there is other type of living and other type of being in community also inspired me as well. So yeah, this is a little bit of that. Yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you, Maria. Wonderful. I mean, wonderful presentation. There was somebody, I don't know, Luna, there was somebody that wanted to, maybe he already left, was in the Polish team. Do we
No,
still have?
Nadia is here. Nadia, do you want to present yourself or you prefer?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Now I'm on the road, so maybe sometimes sounds will be bad. And I prepare my slide, but I sent it to Luna yesterday because I know that I will be in the road. And I'm original from Ukraine. So maybe Luna, can you share with my slide if it's possible?
Yes, I'm trying to find. Just a second.
On the mail. I'm original from Ukraine. I'm scientist. In Ukraine, I worked in National Scientific Center Institute of Agricultural Economics, and now I live in Poland, in Poznan, and work in University of Adam Mickiewicz in Poznan. And also I present here NGO Logos. My work and scientific interest is rural areas, sustainability, agricultural economics. So to take part in this training will be so useful for me because we also work with rural society, but mostly from and try to learn their problems, but mostly from economic side. And here I could to understand better another side of rural societies. And also for me, it will be very useful to know much more about macroeconomics. It's something new direction. And I have some idea how I will share these results after the training. We can organize a lecture for young science and for postgraduate students. We can speech about on the conference, and of course we will publish news about this training in our official page in Facebook and internet. So thank you, but maybe after this, I will a little bit change my mind, and I will find new ideas how to share and speak about this after the training. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nadia. Wonderful. Maybe at the end of this talk, if you can stay and we can have like a few minutes of chat after the end of this time, or maybe we can organize time together to talk a little bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I would say let me pass the word to Mia von Loga from Germany, and thank you very much.
Thank you also to you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Yes, I'm excited to be here. It's been a journey. I think I just thought, okay, yeah, I created a slide, but now I've heard all your beautiful stories and who you are, so I'm just gonna give you an impression who I am, and then I still can show the slide. So as you can see, I have like Germany and Mexico, so let me just start with that. So yes, I was born in Germany. I was, I grew up there. Now I'm in the transition to also like settle in Mexico. This has been a journey for 10 years. And I think the most important thing is that I'm a very passionate feminist, like very much in very different forms. So I've, over the time, especially bridging those two cultures or being in those two cultures, I've understood that feminism can be a very wide field. And so like at the moment, I'm more in depth with the community. I understand what like part of you have already picked up, that being part of a community is a very important thing, which has that I can see is like part of life in a culture like Mexico, but it's not so much in the Western culture where we are more like doing this and like and so this is a very beautiful experience for me to understand, and it hits the core of what I'm doing in my work. But I would say, it would be hard for me to say, oh, this is my project, because I'm what they call in Mexico an alebrije. I'm like so many things at the same time. And so my life is like beautiful colors that I've seen with you. There's one thing I started, and I started to be a musician, and then I went to go and I was like a semi-professional football player. So I was like, then I went to study psychology, and I did educational work. And so I think the most important things
are that I learned on my path that I love to be connected to nature and I love to live with the elements. I've started to walk the path of the Red Road a few years ago, which has taught me immensely, like what life in the essence actually is about. It like reactivated my body connection. So like the physical part of being yeah, like being aligned with everything. So I started to create a holistic approach to my work. And now we come to the point, what am I actually doing and why am I here? So I'm here because let me start with that. I'm here because the idea when Sabina and Lena and we met at that conference in England, like at the feminist conference, it was just such a profound like resonance in me, especially because again, being here in Mexico, being with the elders, understanding all the different way of life. But then also I was in Germany where I live in the forest and I had literally like a few months before, I had like a downstream. It was like, whoa, you know, I had like this vision all of a sudden of like somewhere in the mountains, all these women like living together in tipis. And I was like, that was just a downstream. And then I went to this conference and the matriarchal like idea came into my life. And it was like, okay, so now I can connect the dots. And that's pretty much what all I do is connecting dots. And I started as a like just like I mentioned, I started like studying psychology and educational like for children, um, and it brought me deeper. But I've always been fascinated with the psychology of humans. So I started to go deeper down that road, and I became a person, what they call a personal development coach, and I worked on potential, and then I understood, like at one point in my life, that there's so much more to it because I started to do self-defense training, and that was a pivot point in my life, and now. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I understood in that moment that nothing is only like here, but that the body has a story, and that and I had a story of traumatic experiences. So in that moment, I started to work with my body in a different way. I actually taught and nursed something that I didn't have when that happened to me in the past. So when I had, you know, emotional abuse, physical abuse in my life, so that pivot point um, changed everything. And now here's what I do. I focus exactly on that. I focus in my work on the patriarchal traces that are all ingrained in us and women, like how they show up in our body, how they show up in our behavior and self-perception and relationships. And so I go down two paths. One is I worked the last 2 years I spent working in a rehab clinic where like alcohol and substance abuse, I would say is a working title, but underneath there's a lot of trauma most of the time. So I started to bring in my method that's called neurosomatic identity reset. And that's a very clinical approach, but yet working with these women and also men, I could understand more the impact from a different point of view in a setting that's very like scientific. But what I also do is I bring women into camps, into nature, and people say that's empowerment. It's identity work that combines self-defense aspects in it. Because what I've understood about the nervous system and about our body is safety comes always first. So it's not about, I'm not talking about techniques. I mean like safety in yourself. So being realigned. And I don't know if you can follow me now because I'm just, you know, I'm just now rambling a little bit, but I'm not, I would just share something with you so you have also an image to it. And then let me just do this so you have something to read. And then, you know, this is what I do at, like in the clinics, it's about identity work. But with women in these camps, I work on the cycle breaker perspective. Women who are no longer like willing to carry on the intergenerational trauma that we carry, so that they break it, but they experience somatically, and then they can start changing the story, the script. And I'm just gonna show you a few even though it's not updated, I'm just gonna show you, let me just see. I'm just gonna show you my, like, what I'm doing. This is not updated, but like this is a camp that we are doing, or that we've been doing in the forest in Germany. You can see that, right? Can you see that? Okay, so I'm just gonna give you, just to have an image of what is this woman doing, and so here's some like images that will demonstrate this a little bit better. So we sit down and we do a very balanced way of yin and yang. So we start very slow in the mornings, and then we go more in the yang energy during the day. And so it is really connected to nature and the elements. And like Sabina said in the opening, it's all relations that we carry, all our relations are with us. And so we go through this, and through this practical approach, like somatic approach, a lot of that's like a lot of things come up and can actually be understood in a different way and then tackled. So yeah, and I also do this in Mexico, but I do it in the desert. So that's where you can see us here. And now I'm gonna stop it and just say I am very happy to learn more and participate in exchange, because everything I've heard of you seems like, again, connecting dots would be amazing to create something so powerful. And I'm thankful that I can have this opportunity to also learn so much more about matriarchal approaches. So that was me. Maybe a bit confusing, but that might be my Alibarijo personality. So forgive me for that. Okay.
Wonderful, Mia. Thank you so much. I mean, it is so rich. Everybody's so rich. You are so rich and full of life and hope, and it's really wonderful. So, can you share? Maybe you can give the ball to someone else.
Kasia, you have not presented, have you, Kasia?
Hi, everybody. I'm very happy to be here. And I'm completely new to that kind of experiences you were talking about. My whole life I was about design and art, some kind of designing something and creating something, especially branding, and it was all about communication, because it was visual communication and communication with people. And what I and it was I don't want to talk about that, but I want to talk about the what I found, because I found I always been stopped by the amount of unconscious violence hidden in words, and how it leads to misunderstandings, and how words can heal or hurt. And that then I started to search, and now I'm still searching and I started to I'm trying to live with nonviolent communication, which I started to learn and apply in my life. And I'm searching for other ways to connect my knowledge in design and art with nonviolence communication. And I'm searching for people open-minded, I could learn how to create other type of communication, and how to I'm sorry, because it's also connect to patriarchal world we live in, and it was very curious for me that completely different way of seeing world, like matriarchal approach you are talking about. I don't know nothing about it. I'm learning now, so it's really interesting, and I would love to take some ideas from that approach. So thank you. I didn't do slides. So
thank you, Kasia.
sorry for that.
If you wanted to bring slides, you were welcome, or otherwise you can always talk. So I have left Lena and Luna. So I would ask Lena to go, and then Luna last, because Francesca and I we already talked quite a bit. So Lena, if you want to go, and then we'll give the word to Luna.
All right, I can go next. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here with you all today, and it's so inspiring to hear all your stories, and it makes me already like feel this sparkle of like, yeah, I want to connect and work with you. And yeah, I can also relate to some of you, like having talk that you have like a lot of different things you're doing and that are interweaving. So yeah, I'm also feeling like that. Yeah, I didn't prepare some slides, so I'm just freestyling. Yeah, my name is Lena. I'm from Germany, and I'm representing as well the German group leader, so Gen Germany. Yeah, I've been doing the SHE-EDE, the first SHE-EDE, which was happening actually in Magliano Sabina in 2023, with Sabina, and Sophia was also there. And it changed my worldview, because I have never heard about matriarchal societies before, and since then I'm very inspired by also yeah, taking this as my research, like, yeah, how can we really live more sustainable way. So yeah, this is also my background in my studies. I've been studying yeah, something with sustainability, and yeah, very much dedicated to research, okay, what is actually yeah, how can we bring forward a socio-ecological change. And I've been also working in an association working with transformative education, inspired also by the South American principle of the buen vivir, which means the good living, good life. And yeah, taking this as a concept of like, okay, what does actually a good life mean? But not only for me personally, but for like, yeah, taking into account the whole system around me, like also the other beings which we are co-living in this on this planet. So yeah, this is a bit my background, and yeah, last year I've been working with Gen Europe, which is the European Eco-Village Network, and I've been learning a lot about community life. I've been living in a community in Spain, which is Arterra, Bisimodu. Yeah, and I've learned also different tools of community, like, yeah, also facilitation and sociocracy, and yeah, also different other tools, and also like networking, what it means. Yeah, and now I'm trying to connect also the different dots and see what I'm, yeah, how I'm going to bring that into life. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen in the program. And for the German team, I have the idea of doing a workshop in the ACKnowledge gathering, which is happening in Germany this year in August. So yeah, I'm hoping that these workshop proposals are going to be approved. But yeah, we will still also think about the group ideas. Yeah, thank you. And I'm passing to Luna.
Thank you very much to all of you for your presentations. They were very nice and interesting. So I'm Luna. I'm from Italy. I am in the Best Up team. I'm 31 years old, and I'm also trying to connecting the dots because, well, I'm plenty of interests, but sometimes I don't know how to find a way to put them together. What can I say? I didn't want to spend my life in an office. In an office. But now I ended up working in a very institutional and formal context. I work as a project manager and proposal writer in an Italian agency. We work with research and innovation projects, very big projects. I like it because I'm learning how to. I'm doing experience on proposal writing, and in this way, when I started, I thought that could be a way of then helping and supporting and working with the realities I want, with the realities, with values that I share. But right now, I'm trying to stop to overperform because I'm trying to find a balance between what I want to do, that are many things, and what I actually can do. So I'm trying to listen to myself and to put my energies in things, but trying to balance them. And I met Barbara in 2020 when she was building Baciso Spesi. A part of the installation, she was also painting murals, and I was painting murals too, because I have also my, like, I don't know how to say, creative branch. But I stopped it because, yes, with the work and everything, the adult life, right now in my life, I have not so much free time. So, and that's it. I'm always happy to be with you, and I'm looking forward for meet you in person in March and see what we can do together. So thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. So let's see what we can, let me go back to our PowerPoint presentation, which is gone. I don't know what happened to it. Let me go and check it, where it is. And at this point, we would have probably, okay, let's see where we are. So, oh, yes, that's a very important part. So we have like some minutes. I will share with you our program. So let me go back and share the screen.
Sorry, Sofia, just a second, because Jakub from Poland left, but well, you can see a very short presentation of him in the chat if you want.
Okay, I don't see. Oh, okay, I don't see it. So maybe.
No,
Thank
I
you.
mean, I think everyone can just go to the chat and read.
Okay.
While you prepare the program.
Okay, so I can go on the program and just share the program with all of you. I don't know what I did here. Share. Okay, so I mean, just a reminder, we will be arriving, you're allowed to arrive basically on May 1st. And we will leave, you will leave on May 10th. So this is basically our program. So the course will be from the 2nd to the 9th, but you are supposed to be also arriving on the 1st and leaving on the 10th. So next slide. Can you all see it? This is going to be our program. And yes, and so the arrival day, it's going to be on May 1st. So I'm hoping that you will arrive by maybe after lunch or somewhere around this time. So the idea is that between 3 and 6:30, we will show you a little bit of Magliano Sabina, the sustainable town. It is a sustainable transition town. So there's a lot of things that has been done on a level of sustainability. So we will have like a little tour. And then we will show you the hostel facilities. Basically, we're going to give you also a tour of the kitchen. And then there's going to be time for you to just sit. We're going to organize dinner for you. And then we're going to have a little opening evening. And then the whole program is going to be starting on the next day, on day 2. And it will go all the way to a presentation on day, wait, because I don't see anything here. On this last day, sorry, because there is the interruption of this thing. So the last day it's going to be on May 9th, in which you're going to be presenting basically your project work. So the idea is that we're going to be working in our group, so every organization, every national group will be like a team. And so you will have time in this to develop your projects while we are sort of interacting with you with some activities that are related to the matriarchal values. And these matriarchal values are related to, as you say, in the economic value, in the economic dimension, it's about the maternal gift economy. For what concerns the social, it is about sociocracy. In the cultural, we will be into the matriarchal circles and also the ceremonies and a little bit of the work to reconnect. That is somehow, a very potent activist tool that we use, and we will have a little bit also of ecological dimension in which we will be living a little bit the experience of being nature and surrounding. But mainly we will have time for each group and to interconnect and to create together our future projects that we will be giving in our land. So, I mean, for the Italian group, it's going to be in Italy. For the Germans, it's going to be in Germany, and so on. So, I mean, with also with Thomas, we have, and Francesca, we have created a few sort of workshops. So they're going to be part of our program so that you will have some of these tools are going to be essential for you to create the project. Okay, so the idea is that you look at your, what are the sort of the essentials, matriarchal values, and also looking at your land and where you are and bringing into your project what you have sort of absorbed very sort of superficially, because these are studies that we need a lot more time. But you also have, during the time between now and the time that you will meet, I would really advise you to look at some videos about matriarchal societies, about the maternal gift economy, about sociocracy. We have a lot of references on our websites so that you can start, sort of relating and also connecting to your land. And I already know that the Portuguese group is very much connected to all of that. So they're already really running fast because they also have a lot of experience with that. But it doesn't matter. It is really about, for some is an easier job, for some is maybe it will be a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure that this will bring a lot of, with all this amazing knowledge and wisdom, you will be able to create incredible projects. And so this is basically what is going to happen during this workshop. And we will have time also to spend time a little bit. Also, we will have a little bit of free time and also time to be with each other and know each other a little bit better. Also, because apart from your event that you will be creating, we will eventually create an event online in which we will all present our projects. We are all in this together, and that means that you are a leader, a facilitatress, or a facilitator. We are all sort of youth workers. As you've seen, you are all, in a way, being professionals. And so we will work in teams together. So, I mean, I would like to have like groups, and Francesca and I will be part of the Italian groups, and Lena and Sofia, they will be each, bringing their skill in this group. But, we will also have the support from all the other participants that are somehow skilled or grown-ups and facilitators. So this is really a program that is called, it's a program for youth workers. So we are bringing all of this, and we're bringing our knowledge together, and we are designing together. So this is like ecological design thinking. With matriarchal values, and in which in the matriarchal values you have all the different dimensions, and as you know, these dimensions are already part of your, of the way in which you will create this event. You can also choose a part of this sort of big value system. You can also decide to just go into one part. Like, for example, the Portuguese group is already into the cultural part, which is the music, the dance, the embodiment, but at the same time, they are really acknowledging their deep matriarchal, past, as in their, so it's also talking about bioregionalism. So we need to also be connected to our land, because every land is different. So this is very important that we also have this as part of our program. Having said so, let me see. This is this was a little playground that we had with Thomas. We were like working on this project of ACKnowledge in a sort of sociocratic way with all these circles. So there is an organizing circle, and in this, we were starting to put together the different things that we need to make this happen. So there's going to be like you have parts in which we will be inside the camp that we will have in Magliano. We will have specific circles of work, like the kitchen cleaning circle, or the embodiment circle, the morning circle, the media and field circle. This is part of our sort of circle in Magliano, and we have an organizing circle here, which is the one that has been working to create this acknowledge. But then we also have all of you as project circle, all of us as project circles, in which you are going to be working on your event and on your spreading all of this, because this is, I hope, it's not going to be ending just with your events that you're creating for our knowledge, but it's going to be a way for you to continue this work as part of your, of your sort of seeding in your country, or maybe with us, with each other. So it's really something that it's going to be working in different directions. So having said so, I mean, I would like to have like a 10 minutes in which each group, so the Polish, the German, the Italian, and Portuguese, and will sort of have a little time with themselves and talk about if you have already any ideas for activities to develop individually or together, or with other participants from your country or your sending organization. And do you have ideas about the local dissemination events that will happen in after the transnational eco-residential training in Magliano, and also for the online event. So it's just a little moment of sharing. So I would advise that the Italian group stays with me and doesn't leave. And I will try to put, the in rooms, the Portuguese group and the Polish group and the German group. So let me try and do that. Maybe you can decide where to go. Let me see if this if works. If I consent all the participants to decide your session, so we will have 4 sessions. Let's try it this way. You go into the session with the people that are in your group, okay? And the Italians stay in here. So I don't know. Is this okay? So we'll have no. Sorry, I'm gonna do it. So Kasia and Nadia are going to be in one group. Then we have Catherine and Lena and Mia. They're going to be in another group. And then we have Maria, Marta, and Sofia that are going to be in another group. And we are all going to be, we're not going to be anywhere. We're just going to stay here. So is that okay? Are you ready to go? And I'll see you in 10 minutes. And then you come back and you tell us. Okay, you have to just say participate. You have to enter into the room.
Sorry, where I see the rooms again?
Okay, maybe it's me that have to well, didn't it go?
It appeared in my screen and then it disappeared in the same second.
Okay, let me
And then
go.
you are brought into the room.
You have
breakout rooms.
Yeah, you have to go in breakout rooms and then you go inside.
in which breakout room? Do you
You're
know?
in
Like one?
session two. Session two
Two.
is Germany. Session one is
Okay.
Poland. And Maria, you
Okay.
have to go in session three. Three.
Okay. Hello.
Ciao.
Ciao, we're all here?
Sì.
Sì.
Noi
Ciao.
possiamo parlare italiano.
Ciao.
Dai, vai, viva l'Italia. Noi siamo i,
Dai.
i partecipanti italiani, quindi adesso io devo mettere questo coso là davanti, se no non vedo. Bene, quindi siamo tutti qui insieme. Un bel
Figata
gruppo.
cosmica.
Sì, mi
Ma
piace molto.
insomma, posso fare qualche domanda? Perché per capire... Ma quindi ci stanno tipo il gruppo portoghese che già arrivano con un'idea e lavorano, cioè vengono ma lavorano insieme su un'idea che portano già da casa praticamente. E non avevo capito che c'era questa connotazione così forte sui team nazionali anche durante la residenza a Magliano Sabina. Pensavo che a Magliano Sabina ci fosse almeno il 50% del tempo tutti insieme a lavorare su un progetto comune e poi che magari un po' si parli, cioè i gruppi di ciascuna nazione lavorassero su un'idea che poi sviluppano dopo.
No, diciamo che non sarà così, ognuno lavorerà sul suo, diciamo, sul suo lavoro, però avremo anche modo di interagire l'uno con l'altro, di ascoltarci, perché poi ci saranno anche dei momenti la sera dove possiamo anche raccontarci quello che facciamo. Ma l'idea, allora, il gruppo del Portogallo, per esempio, in realtà devo dire, sono un po' avvantaggiate perché comunque molte di loro hanno già partecipato a degli scidi, eccetera, e
Mm,
quando poi, diciamo, Sofia ha portato, insomma, il suo know-how, l'embodiment, eccetera, è chiaro che le culture matriarcali, gli è venuto immediatamente in testa questo progetto e da lì è nato. Quindi è
ok.
Si
nato un
conoscevano
po'.
già tra di loro pure molto.
Infatti è quello.
Si sono scelte anche tra di loro, cioè è stata Sofia che un po' ha scelto
Mhm.
e quindi è nato un po' in questo modo. Diciamo anche noi in qualche modo, molti di noi si conoscono e anche se non si conoscono, diciamo, possiamo lavorare molto bene insieme perché noi abbiamo in qualche modo il territorio di Magliano come diciamo, un luogo di sperimentazione, cioè per il gruppo italiano. Il
Ok,
gruppo italiano abbiamo questa occasione anche con il comune di Magliano Sabina e con diciamo, con gli assessori, la municipalità, eccetera, e quindi questo potrebbe essere un'occasione per noi di portare qualche cosa, quindi anche con gli assessori, il sindaco, eccetera, di portare qualche cosa e di portarlo insieme e di creare questo evento all'interno di una, come dire, di una realtà anche pubblica, che non è solamente un progetto, quindi ci sta questa, che potrebbe essere o la scuola, potrebbe essere, quindi abbiamo anche un po' il tempo di pensare tutto questo ed è anche interessante pensare tutto questo come un design process dove ci dobbiamo mettere in azione e con tutto il nostro know-how e le nostre, diciamo, capacità tirare fuori un progetto, perché io ho visto, cioè, vedete, ognuno di noi ha come dire, dei fiori all'occhiello, mettiamo insieme e creiamo un progetto insieme. Quindi questo,
bellissimo, bello, mi piace tantissimo. Mi piace
quindi
anche il fatto che ci sia proprio già disponibile aperto il luogo fisico dove poter lavorare e pensare di sviluppare il progetto per un luogo specifico, per una collettività, per una comunità specifica insieme. È bellissimo.
Ma questo è un'idea, ma potrebbe essere che Sergio, che sta a Matera, ci potrebbe cioè io non voglio, diciamo, io non voglio in nessun modo, cioè questo è quello che, diciamo, in un brainstorming che adesso cominciamo un po' a fare insieme, che è il primo momento che stiamo tutti e sei insieme, è
Sì.
una occasione, quindi abbiamo visto te, il tuo progetto, Barbara, abbiamo visto, conosciamo Thomas per il suo lavoro, ma per esempio anche conoscete noi, me e Francesca per il nostro, Luna, anche lei, cioè ha il suo le sue capacità, poi lei è stata quella che ha scritto anche questo progetto, quindi abbiamo, ognuno di noi ha delle caratteristiche, ma c'è anche Sergio, per esempio, che sta in un posto meraviglioso che è Matera e che non so, che potrebbe anche succedere, che non è detto che
E
sia
che
Magliano,
gestisce
ma
un co-working space.
Sì,
esatto, quindi
esatto.
bravo, quindi potrebbe anche essere che finiamo tutti a Matera. Questo
Sì, io
non lo
adoro
dico,
Matera.
appunto. Quindi vorrei che non...
Non è una cattiva idea.
Prego?
E non sarebbe una cattiva idea.
Ecco,
Tutti a
appunto.
Matera, tutti a
Bravo,
Matera.
perché, bravo, così finalmente che conosco la Tataranni là. Va bene, no, diciamo che questo è, però insomma, se vogliamo un attimo ognuno di noi dire qualcosa, cioè su quale idea avete, insomma, così, ma anche niente, non lo so, sono
Posso
aperto.
dire,
Prego.
scusa,
Aspetta, Luna, voglio dire una cosa io, perché siccome mi è saltata la connessione, sono rimasta 5 minuti senza sentirvi,
Ah.
mm, posso sapere un breve sunto? Che cosa...
La sintesi è che stiamo tutti qua, noi diciamo come gruppo. Io ho comunque parlato del fatto che abbiamo Magliano Sabina, che è un comune con un sindaco che già ho contattato, un'amministrazione comunale che mi conosce, cioè voi dovete pensare che il progetto dell'Ecostello è stato disegnato da me tanti anni fa su un concorso che è stato fatto con tutta una serie di altri progetti. Quindi io conosco bene questo comune e amo moltissimo Le Costello perché comunque è un posto che ha tutta una serie e fa parte un po' di questo. E il comune di Magliano è un transition town, no? Non so se voi sapete che cosa sono i transition town, ma se non lo sapete, prendete un attimo il computer, scrivete Transition Town Movement e leggete un pochettino che cos'è. Ma insomma, la transizione è quella transizione ecologica, no? Cioè noi siamo un mondo in transizione se vogliamo fare questo cambiamento e quindi il comune di Magliano è un comune in transition. Allora, io
Ok.
adesso ho fatto la sintesi che abbiamo questa possibilità, volendo, di lavorare insieme come gruppo italiano, perché dovremo creare un evento e forse Magliano ci darebbe a braccia aperte tutta la sua disponibilità, che potrebbe essere a livello scolastico, a livello municipale, a livello di interagire con degli eventi di quest'estate dove possiamo collaborare oppure portare il nostro progetto all'interno di un altro evento, quindi abbiamo anche l'appoggio e quindi con Thomas si stava facendo anche qualche po' di brainstorming, però questo qui è una mia idea perché penso anche che siccome siamo un gruppo di sei persone, vorrei che questo non è, è una idea nel brainstorming, ma se c'è qualche altra cosa e quindi portavo Sergio dicendo vogliamo fare un evento a Matera, se c'è quella occasione di poterlo fare, non è che è deciso questo, cioè nel processo che fare molto veloce, sociocratico, di costruzione comunque insieme di questa cosa, c'è anche la possibilità che non sia quello che abbia detto io ora. Quindi vi volevo fare un attimo, 5 minuti in cui anche voi dite qualcosa, insomma, entriamo un attimino in contatto con questo progetto.
io volevo da un attimo le linee guida da proposta, proprio cosa si intende per questi eventi di disseminazione locali.
Mhm.
E noi abbiamo definito che appunto a seguito della residenza a Magliano Sabina ogni organizzazione a livello paese farà questo evento di disseminazione locale che nascerà dalla residenza stessa, ovvero che nasceranno idee lì, o se ci sono già da prima ben venga, e dovrebbe essere un evento essenzialmente nel format che noi preferiamo, quindi può essere, che ne so, una performance artistica, può essere un workshop, può essere una conferenza, può essere quello che vogliamo, di 2 ore, di mezza giornata, di una giornata, come preferiamo noi.
Mhm.
E chiaramente deve avere a che fare con i topic della residenza,
Certo.
in qualche modo. Quindi parlare di quella che è stata la nostra esperienza all'interno del progetto, in particolare della residenza, ma anche considerando le 2 lezioni fatte in precedenza da Sabina e Francesca, insomma, intorno ai temi di questo progetto, portare la nostra esperienza e sviluppare un evento appunto che dissemini all'esterno quello che stiamo facendo, quello che stiamo apprendendo. E se poi nasce, quindi è per far vedere quello che è stato fatto, ma se poi in questo c'è la radice per progetti futuri, ben venga. Mi taccio, io al momento non ho idee ancora su cosa può essere.
Ma no, anche perché, insomma, farlo in 5 minuti mi sembra penalizzante. Cioè, questo è proprio il lavoro che si fa durante la residenza. Ci dobbiamo conoscere, chiacchierare, raccontarci. Insomma, si può fare in 5 minuti.
No, allora, qua
È
non è
proprio, il
che...
bello è proprio quello.
Scusa, ti dico solo quest'altra cosa, prima mi scordo. Quello che già ci eravamo dette in precedenza, Sabina, era che non sarebbe affatto male, da una parte, in base a ciò che decideremo di fare, non sarebbe affatto male legarci a un evento già esistente. Cioè, se a Magliano Sabina, ad esempio, dove sia, fanno già degli eventi fighi interessanti e noi ci possiamo unire portando la nostra cosa, questo ci dà modo di raggiungere il pubblico anche più ampio, se magari se sono eventi che in qualche modo ci riguardano, cioè hanno a che fare con questo tema, vediamo, in qualche modo.
Questo, allora, intanto, diciamo, non è che noi dobbiamo decidere ora cosa fare, però ci può essere, per esempio, ci può essere da parte di ognuno di voi, per esempio, Barbara ha portato il suo progetto dicendo ve lo faccio vedere, lo facciamo, eccetera. Quindi non è detto che facciamo il tuo progetto, però potrebbe darsi che invece questo, quello che tu hai portato può diventare parte dell'evento in qualche modo e
Mhm.
quindi come farlo diventare parte dell'evento, eccetera, eccetera. Il discorso, per esempio, che ha portato di sociocrazia Thomas è un
Mhm.
discorso dove si possono creare anche tutta una serie di attività e lui ha anche questo know-how per portare tutto questo insieme, per esempio, o in piazza, quindi sì, al fatto che già con l'assessore alla cultura dobbiamo incontrarci per avere le date di tutti gli eventi che porteremo e che avremo anche sicuramente noi come team. Vorrei fare un incontro con il sindaco, o con
Mm.
l'assessore alla cultura, o con loro un attimino per fare una chiacchierata con loro su che cosa si potrebbe, di che cosa hanno bisogno, per esempio, perché noi l'importante in questo periodo, io vi chiedo in questo periodo di documentarvi il più possibile su quello che è stato, cioè non bastano 2 lezioni dove Francesca ha parlato di regenerative economics o maternal gift economy e io ho parlato di matriarchal society in 5 minuti, eccetera. Allora, vi riguardate un po' sta roba, vi guardate quel film, cercate
Mhm.
un pochettino di fare un quadro di questi valori che noi portiamo, che non necessariamente dobbiamo chiamare valori matriarcali per spaventare tutti quanti perché pensano che arrivano le donne che si vogliono mangiare gli uomini a colazione, ma bensì i valori della cura, dell'amore, il valore dell'egualità, di una società egualitaria, dei valori del consenso e dell'ascolto sociocratico, e quindi ecco Thomas, i valori di un'economia materna, e, capisci? E qui Francesca, eccetera, capito? Queste cose, se voi un pochettino cominciate, e anche poi tutto il vostro know-how, adesso parlo dell'esperienza di Barbara come, come performance artist, capisci? E anche Luna che scrive pezzi, quindi, cioè abbiamo adesso Sergio ci dirà cosa vuole fare, ma ognuno di noi ha un mondo da offrire e cominciamo però partendo diciamo, sappiamo bene che dobbiamo portare questo all'interno di un evento, di una scuola.
Ok,
Abbiamo anche la scuola di Magliano che ci potrebbe dare anche disponibilità ai ragazzi per insegnare ai ragazzi. Non è necessariamente una cosa che noi possiamo fare con i grandi, potremmo anche farla con i piccoli.
bellissimo.
Sarebbe meraviglioso. Quindi, ragazzi, cioè questo era, come dire, non è che dobbiamo decidere adesso, no?
Sabina,
Però-
possiamo aprire una chat di noi sei del gruppo italiano?
Fantastico,
Ok.
fantastico. Ok, allora mi prendo io l'action point di farlo e si chiamerà,
Ok.
che ne so, gruppo italiano, non lo so, viva l'Italia, vabbè, quello che mi pare,
Best up, dai.
best up, beh, vabbè, sì, Acknowledge Italia e quindi abbiamo la nostra chat, così cominciate anche, se volete, a dare qualche idea. Con Thomas avevamo cominciato un po' a chiacchierare perché, vabbè, ci conosciamo da una vita, anche con Francesca ci siamo domandati, però adesso è il momento che noi diventiamo un gruppo, no?
Gruppo,
Cioè,
certo.
un gruppo e quindi ognuno di noi darà il suo contributo e stanno tornando, ognuno di noi darà il suo contributo e buonanotte. E poi
Comunque si accettano idee perché io volevo dire un attimo di Sergio. Sergio, tu ti sei candidato o conoscevi già qualcuno? O hai visto l'annuncio e ti sei candidato?
Mi sono candidato, credo fosse il primo giorno, in cui
Quindi appunto anche tu se hai idee, cose, le possiamo... Cioè,
pensavo a un meccanismo evolutivo, però il discorso è che non ha molto, si possono dare idee così, ma molte delle cose le devo ancora capire, ecco, quindi sarà molto più facile lì a Magliano Sabina riuscire a...
Mm,
però parlando prima dei bambini e qualcosa mi era venuto in mente un percorso evolutivo umano, ecco. Però vediamo, insomma, è giusto così
ok,
un'idea.
torniamo in plenaria. Cioè,
yep. Yes, yes.
Hello everyone. We opened, we were back into, actually, we have recorded our own, we have recorded the Italian team while they were in groups. So, I mean, when with the recording, you will hear, a whole group of Italians that are speaking, about the project. And actually, if is everybody here or they're all gone? I mean, I don't know. Are they still? Because I would like to ask. I mean, Luna, you were very clear when you were explaining what are um, I mean, the
yes.
framework of
Okay.
the event
Right.
that we are creating. So if you can just repeat it, it would be in English. It would be fantastic.
Yes, but should we wait? I don't know if everyone is here.
I think they are. I see 14 people. Are you all back? Yes, I see 14 people. So we were 14 and with the Sophia and Karina, you were 15. So, I mean, just if you want to make a recap
Yes,
for everyone.
yes. Just a recap because I brought this in the emails I sent previously to everyone, but just to recap and to give you a framework of what we will do and need to do and should do and must do. After the eco-residential training in Magliano Sabina, each group at national level should implement a local dissemination event in the format you prefer. It's up to us. It's up to each group to decide the preferred format to deliver the local dissemination event. It could be an artistic performance, a workshop, a conference, what you want, what you prefer. It could last 2 hours or half an hour. No, half an hour, no. Half a day or a day. Okay, it's up to us. But this is something written in the proposal that won, that is financing this project. So it's I don't know how to say it in English, è qualcosa che bisogna proprio fare, Sorry.
It's
Maybe.
mandatory.
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 I don't want to say, I didn't want to say it's mandatory, but yes, it's mandatory for each group to implement this kind of local dissemination event. And we have also a boundary in terms of time to deliver them. So by the summer, but I don't remember now exactly when. And then as a final event altogether, we will have a short online event like this one, but everyone together and open to external people, just for us to present what we have done during this project, with the online activities, the residential training in Magliano Sabina, with the local dissemination events. So the last online event would be open to external also, and we will show what we have done. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I hope you had fun in your group. And that was I mean, some of you know each other and they've already been working together. I know some groups have been already. I have to go in 1 minute. Yes, Lena, I mean, you are part of, maybe I will ask someone else to talk about the German group, or maybe if you have to go, you want to maybe share what you've been talking about, because then I will open up questions to if anybody has question concerning logistics. So if you want to share anything about your German group, I would be happy.
Okay, I'd be also free to give the word to someone else if you want to share. But yeah, if not, I can start, and then you can, yeah, conclude. Well, we're just doing like a brainstorming of what we could do, and we were thinking about, okay, what could be the structure of the event, what could be the target group, and well, we said, okay, it should be youth. So we were also brainstorming, okay, what if we do like, if we think about a program all together, and then each of us is doing like a workshop in their region. Or, okay, what is if we do one event together, like one workshop? And yeah, we were not having like very concrete ideas yet. Yeah, but yeah, I said I collect the ideas, and then maybe we have another call or something to really concretize our ideas. And then also like to yeah, plan and to see, okay, what do we really need to make this happen? Yeah, something like that. Please.
Wonderful. Does anybody else wants to add
Mia,
anything
yeah.
to the group? Maybe Mia, you want to say anything, or?
Maybe just that we've again, it was only a brainstorming. It was good to see that the process of like when we do that things come up. So, but also about like we talked about youth, and there might be, like Catherine said very clearly and very like validly, like very valid, like youth, like the young people don't have time or interest in it. So like promoting it like to the average teenager would probably be a bit more difficult, but if we would contact other youth organizations where also crisis work is done, actually the impact group might be even better, because they're already in a crisis looking for perspective, and we could feed them a different perspective. So these were things that we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would like to ask you really, that we are, for example, we're opening a chat in WhatsApp with the Italian group. I would like you, if you have any other call or anything, please record it and put it in the drive. You give it to Lena. And yes, and there is Luna saying it would be very nice to invite other organizations to the events, of course. But also in this process, that from now until we meet in May, if you have any time to meet or to talk or to think, please record or have a possibility so that we have all this material as part of your work. And if you decide also to open up maybe an Instagram page or a WhatsApp page so that you are starting to publicize, please, again, I mean, Sophia, Lena, and I don't know who will be in charge, probably Nadia, in charge of the Polish group. You will have to put all this in the drive so that we have material for, to present to the European community and all the work that we're doing. And it's also very important because we know what you are doing, which is very nice. And some of you have already started creating maybe time together. So, I mean,
Can I add something?
yes,
Sorry,
please.
Sabrina. Apart the thing of inviting other organizations to the events, I would say, but correct me, Sabina, if I'm wrong, that if you want to invite other people or other organizations in the organization of your local dissemination events, if you want to involve them working together with you, because maybe they have interest in the topic or things like that, I think you should involve them. I mean, it's a plus. It's something good. If you have other, I don't know, friends or people interested in the topic that maybe cannot attend the transnational residence in Magliano Sabina, but want to join you to prepare, organize, and implement the local dissemination event, they are welcome.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. And I think Sophia is already doing that with her group of, I mean, it's really a performance. So I don't think it's going to be only 5 people that are going to be performing. Sophia, if you want to just share a few things, it would be wonderful.
Well, our idea in here in Portugal. So the idea is that we're already collecting more people, even people that are not going with us to Italy. They are also in this listening from the land and also doing this project of starting to, through the body, to understand what is these traditions and how was really this, even we call it sometimes this shamanic way of living in Portugal, this matriarchal way of living, and how even in agriculture, in the rocks, in the fields, we can listen through the bodies to what it was this ritual and collective and community space of being together and working together and experience together. So it's through the body, listening to the stories, to the culture. And the idea is also to implement that here, not to us, it's not only doing a performance, but it's also helping creating the container. I prefer this for people to start to listen with their bodies and bring also their stories that are going to add to this story that we are already listening. So how we can create these like books in the library that have all this knowledge. So that's how we're going to work. And we're planning to start already working here with some work first in ourselves and with a group that is part of this ACKnowledge, but also with the other ones that are also wanting to join us. And but then from what we learned there in Italy, and also with the experience that we're going to bring to our bodies, the idea is also to show not in a performance, but in a workshop, maybe it's that, we're still defining, or a retreat or experience where people will learn this way of listening through the body. So it's how we show what we know, but also how we create space for people to also go on listening to their bodies and to these traditions and to this collective way of living. It's not about only collecting from the past, but also moving forward.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sophia. Now, I would just open up a moment in which if you have any question relating to
Wait, Sabina, maybe because Kasia said that she need to go, but if someone from Poland would, I don't know if they shared, if you have some idea or not.
Well, Kasia has to go, and also we have to still, I think, yeah, maybe you can just share a few, where is
If you want, I mean, if you brainstormed a bit
Nadia?
and you can.
Yes, I'm here. I can speak.
Nadia, yes, good.
We speak with my colleague Casa, and Casa is artist and designer, and I'm scientist in economics. So we decide some activities from some activities from Casa, like mental health, and try to combine it with sustainability, and of course find nature in Italy. And also she's a logo designer, and also we have idea maybe try to even each command try to make some logo for each other, and which will be combined also with the title of training, and try to explain why they decide to make such logo. Sounds like that. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, I just remind you that, and the project has to be really connected to the ACKnowledge project. Okay, thank you, Mia. I mean, but it's really important that you always remember that we are into this ancient knowledge and the matriarchal knowledges, and also to investigate a little bit more about those knowledges in your country. Okay. So, I mean, you have this month of time. I mean, and you can maybe, I mean, in your country, you could read Maria Gimbutas. I mean, you could have a moment in which you connect to this goddess, really wonderful matriarchal society that were egalitarian. And all of this is about bringing all of this, but coming from your bioregion, or coming from your part of where you are, with the values that are matriarchal and that are egalitarian, I mean, sociocratic, consensus-based, care-based, maternal-based, and maternal gift economy based. So these are really, and with this idea of nature. So when you're talking about nature, it's very important that it's not nature, but it's Mother Earth as a holistic vision. And that's really what it is about, which is the sacred vision of the old cultures. And you in your country, Ukraine and Poland, you have this special energetic place because still a lot of this energy and culture and traditions are still there, and they have not been completely destroyed by the patriarchal system. Like we had the Etruscans, the Romans, the empire, we had everything, and everything was destroyed. You were cultures on the edge that maintained those traditions, and you still have that in your heart, in everything that you do. And please bring them as a message of love, and that is really this different message that you still have this. So it is really important. And Portugal, the project that they're doing is the same thing. So I mean, really, thank you for for being here. It's really important. So you have this
Thank you for
month,
you.
yeah, to come with that, you have really something so important in your culture. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry, but we are like already 12 minutes late. People are leaving. I really want you to ask, you organize with your groups, and you start researching with your group, being together, talking to each other, create a WhatsApp group, read, do whatever. And we have time now, a few minutes, if you have any important question concerning logistics.
About logistics, no. I have buy tickets. No, I don't have questions at the moment.
Okay, wonderful. And you know, Nadia, that you're going to be in charge of the group. So you're going to be the one that is going to have access to the drive, and you're going to be, putting, so all your tickets have to be, you have to ask all the participants to send you the tickets and give it to you, and you put them in the drive. But we can talk about this in another moment.
And I can support you, Nadia. I mean, for collecting tickets from your group. If you need support, write me.
But I'm not leader in our logos. Maria, she make this document, and we put all our tickets. But Maria, if I understand, she don't come. She just like organizer from Logos, and she just coordinate us from Poland.
Okay, but you're going to be the leader of the Polish group.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, maybe you're
understand.
not going to put the tickets, but you're going to be the leader. That's what Maria told me, that you were going to be.
Okay, understand. Okay.
So you're going to be the leader. So you can tell, that because we had, so that's going to be, maybe she can put. So these are sort of things that are important for you to know. So maybe you connect with Maria and you ask her, but you're going to be the leader for the group. Also to create this event and to organize all the event and to organize all the activities.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you're very good, I mean, you can do it. You're great. I mean, it's wonderful.
I will try.
Okay. So any other question? Logistics, anything? Sophia, you put all your tickets and then, Best Up will send you all the money, or maybe you put also you have to start also putting your IBANs on the paper so that I can start organizing that. And what else? So it's clear you're arriving on the 1st and you're leaving on the 10th. That's what it is.
I have one question. On the 1st, we arrive by train. Are you going to have people picking us in the train, or
we can come and pick you up at the train station in Magliano Sabina.
Yeah, is that one?
Okay,
yes,
that's not going to be a problem. As long as we organize like that, we can go back and forth and pick you up at the Magliano Sabina station. So it's Magliano Sabina, come si chiama?
Castellana?
Civita Castellana.
Yeah, I already have the tickets. Yeah.
Okay.
Please, everyone, and ask also to, your colleagues from your country. Please let us know well in advance at what time you will supposed to arrive and to leave, because in this way we can support you. For example, picking you by car or if needed, but we need to organize ourselves. So let us know in advance, please, the time of arrival and departure from Magliano Sabina.
Yes, maybe we can have, we have our chat, our WhatsApp, and we will start, writing all your times. And so we will make like a little chart with all of you, because it's going to be a little bit. So we will organize that as either a WhatsApp group or I don't know, something. So we will write you, but we have still some time to think about it and to organize. Maybe every single organizer group of nation, organization will send us, the times, and then we can have a timetable to come and pick you up. Okay, anything else? I would say it's 2017. I would just, so if you don't have any more questions, I would just say maybe you can do just a quick checkout. One word, please. I think we're all exhausted. So, one word. or maybe a couple. And we just and I will close the recording after we've done the checkout, and I will ask just Nadia to stay because I need to talk to her and the end of this. So I will start by saying thank you, and I'm very excited and really excited. I'm very curious what we're going to be able to create all together. And I pass it to Sergio.
And my word is connection. And I pass the ball to Francesca.
My word is curiosity, and thank you to you all. And I pass to Marta.
My word is community and be together. Thank you. And I pass the word to Luna.
My word is building. It's a verb, but well. And I pass the ball to Nadia.
Hello, my word is sustainability, and I pass the next word to Catherine.
Yeah, well, I thank everybody, and I'm very excited to see all beautiful people on fast, and I'm very excited. Thank you. I pass to Marta. Marta, have you talked?
Yeah.
Marta,
Yes.
have you? Okay,
Yes.
Francisca, have you?
I'll
I
take it.
pass to Francisca. Yeah.
My word is curiosity as well. I'm very curious to see what's gonna happen with all this. But yeah, I pass it to Thomas.
Yeah, it's exciting to think we'll be gonna be in the same place for a few days, and I'm scared that I'm gonna burn my dinner. So I'll pass it over to let's see who's left. Barbara.
Thank you. I'm very excited. My word, I don't know why, I have no reason, but is roots, radici. And I pass the ball to Sofia.
Yeah, my word is regeneration. And I pass the ball to Karina. Is the only one that's missing.
Okay, thank you. And my word is vision.
Thank you so much. So I think, Nadia, did you already give your word?
Yes.
Yes. So,
Yes.
okay. So bye-bye, everyone. And we'll see each other in Magliano Sabina. And please, Nadia, be with us.
Bye-bye.